All right, folks, buckle up. In a fiery showdown, Bill Maher, the fearless voice of asterisk real-time asterisk, goes head-to-head with MSNBC's outspoken Joe Scarborough and billionaire Mark Cuban. It all kicks off with Maher boldly praising Elon Musk's technological genius, while still calling out his, well, questionable tweets. You won't believe
the guy who I think epitomizes the good, the bad, everything in between, and just it's sort of a microcosm of America, is Elon Musk. Because this week, he had an amazing week. He caught, this is from Politico, he pulled off an engineering marvel where he launched the largest, most powerful rocket in the world, and on the first try, caught the 23-story tall booster.
Insane.
That brings it up in midair, with using chopstick-like mechanical arms. We made a little video called Elon Musk's Week that encapsulates this. Would you show it? It'll just take a few seconds. Look at that.
That's insane.
That is that amazing? And then this.
That's insane too.
And then
that's just as insane.
Same guy. That's my point. Yeah. Is that's the same guy. This is such a game changer with exploring the stars with the rocket. But he also, I mean, the tweets. I mean, FEMA used its budget ferrying illegals into the country instead of saving American lives. Treason. That's the same guy. He also said, tweeted, Mark Cuban and Rachel Maddow are the same person. Don't believe.
To show you could be one of the world's greatest entrepreneurs, literally of the last century, and be a troll.
Imagine the tension when Mark Cuban jumps in. Buckle up. The debate explodes over political misinformation.
Let's talk about why we've talked about entrepreneurs and what makes America great. You know what makes our economy and what sustains our economy? The rule of law. And that's what I believe is at stake at this election. We want a fair and equitable approach to the rule of law. The great thing about America is an idiot makes a decision like that based on politics instead of based on what their job is. You can take it to the courts. The courts will overturn it, and I guarantee you they're gonna have that decision overturned, and they're gonna have to find another reason, a better reason, a more relevant reason to deny.
He'll learn a harder lesson. He'll just move more of his production and more of his launches somewhere else, to Florida or to Texas, wherever. I mean, they'll learn the hard way.
Small businesses, but it's just the attitude that I find scary.
Who can't afford to go to court.
They're far too willing to stifle freedoms, including speech, for the sake of safety or misinformation, sometimes which is coming from everybody. It's, you know, no one has a monopoly on it, or just power.
It's a fiery clash between free speech and political correctness in today's volatile climate.
Than they have been before, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong. This is arrogant. You don't punish somebody. It would be like if we stopped Henry Ford from making the cars because we didn't like what.
Yeah, but can you take one anecdotal example? One idiot, right? Truly an idiot to stop.
This is not an idiot. This is someone with power.
An idiot with power is not unusual.
Okay, but that's
right.
No, but having power.
And hey, hold up. If you love content that challenges the norm and keeps it real, hit that subscribe button. I'll wait. All set? Welcome aboard. Now let's dive in. Bill Maher kicks things off, setting the stage for the showdown.
Drives me crazy is this past week, like, I don't want people to listen to me. I don't want them to listen to you. I don't want them to listen to anybody. I want them to listen to what Donald Trump says. And this past week, Donald Trump said that he was going to use the military and the National Guard to arrest his political opponents. He was asked if he would back off of that.
He said no.
And he said no. Yep. In fact, he doubled down. He talked about Nancy Pelosi being evil, her husband being evil, Schiff being evil, talking about arresting them. He said he was going to execute the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff because he was disloyal to him. He told another chief of staff who was a general, I wish my generals were like Hitler's generals.
It's the new season of The Sopranos.
And
it's crazy. I mean, it really is.
But people, you tell people this, and they go, oh, he didn't say that. You show them the clip, and then they go, he doesn't mean that.
He doesn't.
He
That's
does mean
and that's
that.
when they say you have Trump derangement syndrome. And I would just like to say to my Republican friends, it's not deranged to fear this.
No.
It's not deranged
If he
to
says
find
it.
this alarming.
If he says
it is.
it.
What?
I said,
All right, folks, get ready for a heated showdown. Bill Maher, the fearless voice of real time, takes center stage, locking horns with MSNBC's outspoken Joe Scarborough and billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban. And how does it all begin? With Maher boldly praising Elon Musk's mind-blowing feat, launching a massive rocket and catching it with pinpoint precision. Seriously, that's next-level impressive. But just as the admiration settles, Maher pivots, hard, calling out Musk's, let's say, less than admirable moments on social media. And that's when you know things are about to get intense. Before you can blink, Scarborough jumps in, armed with his own sharp opinions. He doesn't hold back, taking aim at Donald Trump and what he sees as the growing epidemic of misinformation in American politics. His stance. This isn't just some casual debate. It's a serious issue with serious implications. And then there's Mark Cuban, adding his perspective while Maher doubles down, insisting that no side should have the power to control the narrative entirely. The tension is thick, and you can feel it building. Now picture this. Scarborough challenges what he sees as media double standards, pointing out how Trump still gets a massive platform despite spreading what he considers dangerous rhetoric. You can almost hear the frustration in his voice. But Maher, he's not backing down, reminding everyone, this is a free country. The back and forth is relentless, playing out like a high-stakes chess match where every move matters. Then Cuban steps in, bringing his signature candor to the debate. He's fed up with how the system seems to suppress voices that challenge mainstream narratives. What happened to the rule of law? He asks, referencing Elon Musk's legal battles, projects blocked, allegedly for political reasons. And that really gets under Maher's skin. His take is simple. Free speech should never be restricted just because it doesn't align with the government's agenda. Come on, he argues, we've got to stop politicizing our fundamental freedoms. Scarborough, however, stands firm, arguing that accountability is just as crucial as freedom. No one, no matter how powerful, should have unchecked influence to spread misinformation. Then he drops a bombshell, citing a week's worth of Trump's remarks about using the military against political opponents, targeting media critics, and even threatening consequences for those who challenge him. Scarborough's words are loaded, and Maher fires back, questioning why more isn't being done to challenge Trump's dangerous proposals. But then, Scarborough calls Maher out directly, accusing him of going too easy on certain media figures who, in his view, are just as guilty of spreading falsehoods. The debate only escalates from there, neither side willing to budge. One moment that really turns up the heat, when Maher claims a specific government board blocked Musk's projects due to political interference. The idea that technological innovation could be stifled based on political leanings sparks immediate backlash from Scarborough. That's just not it. It's about the responsible use of influence, he counters. Cuban, shaking his head, fires back, arguing that if political bias is preventing progress, then something is seriously wrong. What's next? He asks, are we going to start building walls around ideas now? The argument is thought-provoking, and Maher seems to nod in agreement. The tension is at an all-time high. It's like watching two high-speed trains heading straight for a collision, unstoppable and electrifying. The audience is hanging on to every word, every statement packed with implications about the state of free speech today. And then Maher poses the million-dollar question. Do words even matter if they're silenced before they reach the public? In the end, there's no clear winner. Scarborough stands by his belief in safeguarding against misinformation. Cuban remains steadfast about the importance of the rule of law, and Maher? He remains the staunch advocate for unfiltered speech. The one thing is undeniable. This debate shines a glaring spotlight on the deep divisions shaping American politics today. Now here's the real question for you. What do you think? Do figures like Trump and Musk have too much freedom, or should there be stronger checks and balances? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear what you all have to say.